Hi friends, in this video we'll look at Kruskal's algorithm to find the minimum spanning tree of a graph. First, what is a minimum spanning tree? By definition, it is a tree. Second, it spans all the vertices in the graph. Now there could be multiple such trees which span or cover all the vertices in a graph. Among all these trees, the one that has the minimum weight is called the minimum spanning tree. In this video we'll look at Kruskal's algorithm to find the minimum spanning tree of a graph. This is a very simple algorithm that I'm going to describe in this particular video. Of course, more efficient implementations of Kruskal's algorithm are available, but we'll start off by looking at this very simple approach. We'll first sort all the edges in the graph by weight. We'll assume that initially the minimum spanning tree is empty. Now we parse or go through all the edges in this edge list which consists of other edges in sorted order. So what are we going to do? We are first going to look at the edge between 0 and 1 because that is of the least weight. Its weight is 9. Then we'll see if adding this edge forms a cycle. Of course, there are no edges in T, the minimum spanning tree at present, so it does not form a cycle. So what we do is we add this edge to T. Now we'll look at the next edge which has the least weight. That particular edge happens to be the one between 1 and 3, which has a weight of 19. What we do is we see that if adding this edge actually creates a cycle in T, which it does not, so we add this edge. We next look at the edge between 3 and 4 because that is the edge with the least weight. Once again, adding that particular edge does not form a cycle, so we go ahead and add this edge to the minimum spanning tree. Next, the least edge is the edge between 1 and 4, which has a weight of 42. Now, we see that if we add this edge into the minimum spanning tree, it does form a cycle. So what we do is, we do not add this edge. Next, we look at the next smallest edge, or the edge with the least weight, which happens to be the one between 2 and 3. We see that adding this edge does not create a cycle, so we add this edge into the minimum spanning tree. Next, we look at the edge between 0 and 2. Adding this edge creates a cycle, so we ignore this edge. Next, we look at the one remaining edge in this edge list, that is the edge between 1 and 2. Of course, adding this edge also creates a cycle, so we ignore this edge as well. At this point, we have gone through all the edges in the edge list, that are all the edges in this graph, and what we have is the minimum spanning tree. With this, I conclude this video. If you like my video, do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.